Hello, this is Mark Henninger, Senior Editor at AVS Forum, and I'm here with Steve Howell from KLH, who is the Chief Technology Officer for the company and a man with deep experience in the audio industry. And he's going to discuss new products from KLH.
Yeah, so what we're talking about today to start with is the VX1, and this is an industry first. The VX1 is really the first retrofit product for the industry. What do I mean by that? Well, any house that has a volume control in place, 80-year-old technology, single source, multi-room. This allows you to go multi-source, multi-room, no new wires. Literally, you walk into the house and within 15 minutes you're done. It's a very simple installation. We disconnect the head amplifier, put a DC power supply in place, use all 4 runs so we can go up to 500 feet without voltage loss. This is a Wi-Fi keypad. We're using the MTK solution. You also have Bluetooth. And then if you have a need for it, we also have an auxiliary input that overrides everything else. This will turn red with auxiliary. Going back to Wi-Fi, it's a simple solution. It reconnects automatically, goes back to the last source you were using. We are compatible with all the streaming content providers, with the exception of Pandora. Pandora decided they didn't want to play ball. It's a single gang solution. It'll fit into a 17 cubic inch retrofit box. If you have to use a 15, you simply cut the back of it off and you're done. So a couple things about Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi in the past for simple solutions has been a little bit untouchable, mostly because of the loss of connections with the routers and so forth. What we've done is we've actually given you a safety button, so to speak. The WPS, if you lose connection with the router, you simply press it one time. It takes about 30 seconds and you're back online. It remembers all your content information. If you have multiple zones, you can simply drag and drop over the top of each other and give yourself a gang system. So you could have 6 rooms acting as one, or you can pull them back apart, use them as separate zones, multi-source, however you wish to do it. The key to this is 15 minutes to install and $199 per room.
Right. So the point here is, for somebody who already has wiring, it's almost a completely painless and
very painless
and taking no time.
Yes.
And so the amplification in here, what can it do?
It's 25 watts RMS stereo. It is a Class D amplifier. And again, because we're using the existing wires, we took a little extra care to make sure the voltage stayed the same. How we did that? In a standard volume control configuration, you would have 2 feeds, left and right, going to the volume control. Well, we use all 4 of those wires. We use 2 of them for plus, 2 of them for minus. That gets rid of all the skin effect that you might have or voltage drop over runs. We can actually guarantee you full output power up to 500-foot run.
Wow. All right, and the compact size, that must just have to do with how Class D power and the efficiency and how power supplies these days. I mean, there's been a lot of shrinkage in terms of those.
Yeah, and one thing to remember is that the power supply in this is actually mounted back at the front end, or where the front end was. So we do use a substantially sized brick power supply.
I gotcha.
The reason for that is most linear supplies, they have a real problem with audio because the various demands as it shrinks and grows in size of demand. So we've developed a brick, if you will, that actually is designed for audio purposes. When you have heavy transients, it stays up with it. Even though we've got these long runs of wire, this product will stay up with any dynamic needs of the content. This also, by the way, is a high-res product. It'll do 24-bit 192.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's surprising what you can do with 25 watts. I mean, you think about tube amps, a lot of people do their entire listening right within that range.
Oh, absolutely. And, in this environment where we're primarily a applying it to a in-ceiling speaker or an in-wall speaker, they really don't need that much power. The 25 watts is more than enough to give all the dynamic range we would need.
Right. So that's how it all comes together. Small size, affordable price, but enough power to for that particular application.
Absolutely.
All right, now moving on, let's talk about these CI-specific in-wall and in-ceiling speakers that you have here.
Great. Well, Mark, basically what we're doing here is we've approached this product line with a more of a box-oriented speaker. These have full enclosures. All these products here are full enclosures. They are sealed, no ports, and they're tuned. Every driver is tuned to that airspace inside. On our top of the line, at $649.50 each, you have a dual 6.5, a 2.75 mid-range, and a 1-inch tweeter. And to give you an idea of what I'm talking about from a sealed enclosure, we actually run a brace across here to here and isolate these two woofers so they can't interfere with each other. Additionally, there's another enclosure here that separates the mid-range and tweeter from this airspace.
So not a regular back box, but the kind of design you see in a sophisticated audio enthusiast freestanding speaker.
Exactly. Basically, these drivers are designed to the enclosure, not the enclosure slapped onto the back of just any driver. These are unique drivers in the way that the cones are built, the way that the voice coils are set up. Everything is set up for this size box. From this, we step into a two-way, same woofer, same tweeter, just no mid-range. And crossovers are completely different, again, because we're tuning to this enclosure, a much smaller enclosure. And these will fit into a 2x4 wall without any extra work. From that product, we move into the in-ceiling. We've taken a little bit different approach to in-ceilings. Infinite baffle has been the name of the game up to this point in time. We really wanted to look at the in-ceiling market and give people something that was performance-oriented rather than just another cookie-cutter product.
You want that for, let's say, a home theater with Dolby Atmos, where you want those channels to actually match up to the rest of the speakers.
Absolutely. Taking it one step further, in a library or an office in home, you're in there for a large part of the day. You want to hear something that is a little better than average, right? So with a concentric driver, we get rid of all the phase coherency issues that you have with a bridge built across the front. Additionally, we've actually set the tweeter into the middle of the voice coil of the woofer. By doing this, we actually time align the two drivers. This is a Kevlar cone with a soft dome tweeter, 1 inch. And then we have a 5 1/4 inch version of the same thing with a 3/4 inch soft dome. So this whole concept, and these are steel back cans, so they meet all plenum codes, and you're going to find that these will play extremely loud and very accurate for what they are. Again, the driver, the crossover is all done and tuned to the enclosure.
So no variance based on the airspace, no sound leaking, and yeah.
The only variance you might experience is some room loading if it wasn't installed in a proper location. But other than that, it's always going to sound the same no matter what room you're in, no matter where you're at. It's just a really nice experience.
Right. Considered as a complete package.
Yes.
Well, I can certainly appreciate the thought that went into that.
Yes, it is a complete package. The cans are not options like they are on so many other brands, and there's a reason for that. We just took a different approach to it.
Sounds better.
Sounds better.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe to this channel.